It's clear to me, based off of all my research and connections and conversations, a couple things. One, people are absolutely seeing things that seem to be exhibiting capabilities beyond the state of the art. Like, boom, end of conversation right there.
Like this one that you sent me.
I mean, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I mean, multiple witnesses seeing capabilities of craft operating in flight regimes that we don't have the technology to do. So that's step one. Step two is I've been a lot like a blind man touching an elephant. I don't know necessarily it's an elephant yet, but I'm feeling a tail, feeling a trunk, feeling the foot. And what the elephant represents is the government's classified work on this topic. Right? I've butted up against it through people that have been actively engaged in programs that are investigating this in ways that are not public. So I know that there is something there behind the scenes. I don't know how deep it goes. I don't know specifically the type of, like, the total amount of work that's being done. But it's very clear to me that there are boundaries that I've touched, and others have touched, that represent that work. So it would make sense. It would be a line that the government would be very interested in this technology. And I think it's time that we've put the proper protocols and processes in place so that the public can discover this information. We have the technology, Joe. Like, it's not that we don't have the technology. I mean, I'm personally working on space situational awareness sensors that we can put in space in order to maintain custody of these objects.
Now, if no one has ever gone full disclosure, no president, how much do you think they tell them? And what, if anything, could you even imagine would be a valid reason for not telling people?
I think that there was probably a presidential order at some point in the past that is likely still in effect. And, unless another president is fully read in and countermands that order, then it's business as usual. And perhaps that's one of the reasons they don't tell presidents a lot of information on this, is because they want to maintain that effective authority, keep it in play so that another president doesn't countermand it.
Yeah, because none of them spill the beans. None of them. None of them feel obligated to tell the American public. I think I can see both ways, though. That's the problem. I can see it from a point of a national security thing. If they're back engineering these things and if there's a race, it's essentially no different than if we engineered it ourselves. Like, at the end, someone's making it.
And we might have integrated some of these capabilities into some of our technology that we might look out the window and see, right? But deep in the bowels of the system, there might be capabilities that were discovered or motivated through the investigation of these objects, right? So I could see why I agree with you 100%, right? And I don't believe that 100% of the information should come out. I mean, I've worked in secured information. I've worked in the military. I understand the needs for these capabilities, but the core information that we're not alone in the universe potentially, there's no government on earth that has the right to hold that information.
Agreed. I think everybody agrees to that. There's no reason why they should. That's human information, and it's if we're really confronted by an absolute fact that we're not alone, it changes everything. We kind of know it, but we're not sure, and we haven't seen it. And if you have seen it, you don't know what you saw. And what is that?
Think about how that would motivate us as a populace, right?
Oh, yeah.
To have this carrot on a stick out to say, here's how we access the rest of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine what that would do to our technological innovation. How many millions of kids right now would go to school in order to be engineers and scientists to be able to work on this?
Oh, yeah.
It would completely change the world. Maybe we'd have, less Facebook apps and things of that nature and AI wrappers, but we would be working on deep, important technology that's going to unlock the rest of the universe to us.
Or would give in to our alien overlords because they're coming and they're going to be super powerful. And